Assalamu alaikum everyone, Exhibition Kader Sabir Shah here again. Today I will talk about how J10 C and PL-15 made that Rafale hit. There are some updates onto the information. So that will be the later part of the video. In the first part of the video I will disclose a story that has been already told by one of our senior journalists, Bashir Chaudhry from Islamabad. He works for Geo News, and he was not present in Pakistan. So when he came back, he thought that he should also contribute towards how Pakistan made this Mark-i-Haq, or Operation Bunyanul Marsus, successful. Very interesting story. First, watch the video he's talking about. So in the video, you saw a face, the one who was making the video. And this video was captured by an Indian intelligence officer who was at the spot where the first Rafale was down in Indian-occupied Kashmir. So because whenever any of the forces' assets are down, definitely the area would be cordoned off by the local police, and then the intelligence officers from whatever departments are going to go and visit that area. So this guy, he made that video, and definitely because it was in Indian-occupied Kashmir, and as there are many Indian agents, intelligence agents working in Pakistan, one of them has been caught by Pakistan, Kulbhushan Yadav. Same is the way, because of the strategic importance, we also deploy some of the eyes into Indian-occupied Kashmir. So the eyes at the ground informed the the controllers of the eyes here, one of the agencies, or maybe it was Bunyanul Marsus, means it's an iron wall comprised of three forces plus the paramilitary forces. So they came to know about the officer in charge and the person. You can see in the video clearly. And the intelligence officer who was given the task to retrieve this video, Pakistan had already shot down the Rafales, but we need a physical evidence on the ground too. For Batinda, we got it from the local person who was making the video right at the time when Batinda operation happened and Rafale went down. But this one, as per Mr. Bashir Chaudhry, although I had that video on the second day, but it was not published anywhere, so I hold my horses and didn't publish it anywhere until everything is in the public domain. So now it's in public domain, so I think there's no harm of releasing the video. Probably it has been surfaced, but no one knows the story behind that. So the officer you see in the story, the one who is already saying in Hindi that, oh, the Pakistani Air Force has shot down an Indian jet. So definitely he was given the information that you have to go and cordon off the area, seal off the area, and, get all the debris safely back to to wherever they wanted to be. So along with other officers, his duty was to go and make a movie, make a video clip of that one to pass it on to their superiors. So when the eyes told the intelligence agencies there, and of course they also came up, that's what the intelligence does. So they had the phone number of the guy, so Pakistani ISI guy or IB guy or the MI guy, but these are three main intelligence agencies, ISI, IB, and military intelligence. Military intelligence and IB, they work for within the borders of Pakistan, and ISI is beyond the borders of Pakistan, but they work during this operation, they work together. So they posed as a journalist from international media, probably CNN or Al Jazeera, and called this Indian guy and asked him, we heard that you have the footage of the Indian aircraft down, which he had no idea what that aircraft was. So would you please send us? We want to make a breaking news about that, and that's going to give you compensation. And he said, "Wow, how much money are we talking about here?" So, well, the agent here, he said, "Anything you want." And you know how much he came up with? He came up with 50,000 RMB. That's less than $1,000. So, India being embarrassed, the physical proofs that were given cost us less than $1,000. Otherwise, I mean, it would have been just like India down or F-16 long in Operation Swift Retort. And because of no debris, they couldn't prove anything about that. But here, we just spent less than $1,000 and got the exact footage made by a an intelligence officer from Indian Force. So this was the story of this video. Very funny. I mean, everyone has a price. It's up to you how you get it. So coming up from that, let's move up to the second, which is interlinked. How Pakistan made this perfect kill. To understand this perfect kill, one has to know that what's Rafale equipped with. The Rafale is equipped. This is like one of the stealth eagles in the air, and the ASAR radars. They have more than 1,000 antennas on them, and all those antennas, they can, even if you get the sensitivity level up to higher level, they wouldn't report you the wind coming in. That small particle as well. So anything coming into Rafale, they're alert. Then the presence of Spectra EW, that's another air defense system installed on this aircraft, which would whenever it's locked. Lock means that the missile is coming towards you and is coming into the right direction. That means locking. Then this system, one of the functions of this system is to deploy the decoys. Decoys is the same heat signal created by Spectra EW, and that actually blindfolds the missile coming into it, because then if you have 3 or 4 heat signatures, which one are you going to hit? The missile gets blind over here, and most of the times it hits the decoy, it has never been tested. It had never been tested before, so it was the first time for Rafale to be into a war with Indian pilots on them, irony, to test that system. So internally, Rafale is perfectly fit, and if let's say from J10 C's longest range, that's 200 kilometers, PL-15, as per told for now. We don't know the real range of PL-15 so far. So from 200 kilometers away, if a missile is locked at a Rafale, and then this one is a hypersonic missile. A hypersonic missile is more than supersonic. A supersonic missile would be traveling at 380 meters per second, and a hypersonic missile travels at about 4 to 5 times, so around about 1.5 kilometers per second. So 200 kilometers, you can do the math. A Rafale would have 40 to 50 seconds at most to react, to break this lock. Breaking this lock has many maneuvers, apart from the Spectra EW, and apart from the flares being fired from the Rafale, apart from any external help jamming these missiles frequency or whatever, so all these systems when they and then of course the maneuvering, the drifting away and split essays. So there's so many things which a pilot can do to get itself evaded, but it's unknown to me. Never done that. I've done BFM, but only a few missions. But that was physical dogfight. This is like beyond physical dogfight. This is beyond visual range. So this was a first-time experience for both sides. And I think first in the world, apart from the training sessions which are done By the way, and this Pakistan Air Force has seen Rafales in Turkey. There was a exercise conducted in which Turkey used 40 F-16s, and they were the aggressors. And then the MiG-29, Sukhoi 30s, Rafales from Qatar Air Force brought the Rafales in, GF Thunders from Pakistan. So we worked together to fight against F-16s in that exercise. So all these news that Pakistan GF Thunders beat them by 6-0, I think it's a fake news. Reason being, and these kind of military exercises, the reporters can just go to take pictures, and cover the event, but they're not told the how these things operate or what the scores were. Because, and of course, the S-400 was also used over there, but we have worked together with Rafale, our Air Force pilots, and GF-17s. So we know at least what this aircraft is capable of, while on the other hand, the Indian Air Force had no idea what J10 C or PL-15 is capable of. So Pakistani Air Force pilots were in touch with the Spectra EW, with the Meteor missile and the radar system of Rafale. But as GF-17s were not in the front line of Bunyanul Marsoor's operation, J10 Cs were, so they had no idea what was coming for them. So that was an additional piece of information. So as I explained, that everything, Rafale is much more capable. So the new information that came up is that what would have, again, this is all speculation. This is not Pakistan Air Force point of view. This is just my assessment, being talked to a lot of people around who are related to some of the things. But I mean, this is not the official say, because that is element of surprise. Pakistan would never reveal the secret how they did it. But now, previously, the ABC, which I said, locked by A, launched by B, and guided by C. So there's an element of D into it too. And well, we can shorten it down to, it was not locked. The missile was launched by J10 C, but the missile was not locked. It was sent into the direction of the Rafale or the Rafales without locking onto it. Blindly sent. You could say blindly sent, but actually it's not blind. It's following a certain direction. And now every missile has a sure kill time, and for PL-15 so far, that once it ignites its second set of rocket fuel and goes towards the target, 9 seconds. That's all it takes. 9 seconds. That's in case of traditional locking, like 200 kilometers away, it has locked its target. It goes up into the space, not in the space, in troposphere, and the first set of fuel takes it over there, and then from there, it is controlled by the AWACS, and then once it is close to the kill range, it turns on its remaining rocket fuel and goes into and explodes probably near the aircraft or on the aircraft, and then that's how the kill is achieved on training sessions. But here, different. So this one now locked by A. So whatever thing was in the air used by Pakistani Air Force locked the Rafale first, sent information, not locked, detected. They know where the aircraft is, which heading is flying, what speed is at, what height it is at, and then pass the information to J10 C. J10 C, after seeing that, the probable direction, because if it's just in orbit mode, we would know that after how many miles it would be where, or if it's going straight, definitely we would know with the speeds and everything that after 45 seconds where it would be. or if it's going back and heading back towards the base, they follow in a straight line, so we would exactly know where it's going. So all these things were measured, and then the missile was sent into the direction, probably the direction of Rafale. And that's why Rafale's Spectra EW didn't work. It didn't work because it was not locked. It was, now it has to wait until the ASAR detects something coming for it, specifically for Rafale. Now mix it with 72 aircrafts in the air. See, in that block there were 16 aircrafts. India deployed about, I think, 8 squadrons. Wait, 72. Every squadron has 16. So about 5 to 6 squadrons of aircrafts. So now many things would be coming towards these squadrons. So the pilot, again, maybe got confused, and the aircraft did, because it has more than 1,000 antennas. It gives you, the sensitivity level is higher. So it gives you each and every information that is coming towards this aircraft or towards the area within the radius of the ASAR radar. But again, it's the pilot, not the airplane. So the airplane must have given them the information. If something is coming, do something, and from where it's coming. But the pilot didn't have the reaction time, first thing. Once the missile is launched, 40 to 45 seconds. And once the missile, it reached till, when it reached in his shore kill zone, which is 50 miles, 50 kilometers within the target, that was a time when they locked it. When the external, or probably another J10 C, because J10 C also has similar kind of radar, and that is functional for about 200 to 300 kilometers. So let's not reveal that one. That was it the ground radar, was it the air radar, was it the J10C's radar? But one of the radars did get control, which was already in control of PL-15, and the last 15 seconds, the last 9 seconds, the missile went towards its target, and it made a perfect kill, because within 9 seconds, 9 seconds is boom. Could you react? Could Spectra react? Probably could have. We don't know. We don't know the evidence of that one. That did all the radar functions happen? But this one missile that was shot hit the target. It hit the nail right. What kind of jamming systems were used by Pakistan? Time would tell. So that was the whole piece of information. I thought I should update my channel. Thanks for watching. Now I have 137 subscribers. I hope that I get some more views. So thank you very much. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.